Jrue, you guys hadn't played in a clutch game since the first week of April. What did you think about the way you handled it?
Felt good. Felt good. We knew they weren't going to just go away or back down. So I think being tested in that way and responding the way we did I think we did a pretty good job.
What kind of challenge is that, finding out that their leading scorer is out before the game?
I mean, it's always a challenge, especially at a time like this where, especially those guys over there that can hoop, they kind of get more of an opportunity to show what they can do. So we know that they're going to come out even harder. Other guys are going to shoot more shots, and they came out gunning and shooting threes and making them and making it a challenge.
When it comes to your offense, you talk about like your turn to be aggressive, but you got a bunch of guys here, so everybody can be aggressive. How do you know when, okay, now I've got to do a little bit more and now I got to step back?
I think you just know. I'm not sure there's really a formula to it. I think it's more of a feel. You see guys like JT and JB where, I mean, they're always going to have the ball and they're going to be able to make plays and do stuff like that, but there's also times where they have 2 and 3 guys on them and somebody else needs to make a play. So that's where me or Peyton or D. White or Al, when KP comes back, KP. So everybody just be attentive, be aggressive, and when it's your time, just go out there and be confident.
It seemed like they played with a lot of freedom, shooting a bunch of threes. What did it take to hold them to less success there in the second half?
Try to take away those threes, run them off the line, or even just contested threes. I know in the first half they got a lot of transition threes. Max Strus was knocking them in. I think he had 15 in the first half, so really just locking into that. And then just making them play in the paint. Obviously, Strus could shoot, but him, Garland, all these guys, we want them to play in the paint and try to make tough twos, and we just got to rebound out of it.
Is that something you're actually trying to force them to do, is play in the paint and, live in that area?
I mean, with today's game, twos are better than threes. And when you're on the defensive end, just to be able to have them shoot contested twos. We know that they can make contested threes too, but those contested twos, we're close to the basket, and then we can touch bodies and box out. We feel like it's better for us.
You said the other day you're putting a lot on Al. How are you kind of seeing him hold up through the extra minutes, through some of the pressure that they are putting on you in the paint?
He's doing great. He's doing great. Again, I know that when Garland gets by me, I rely on Al to be there to protect me, and he's done it every single game, especially tonight with the big block, which they overturned and wasn't a foul but called a block. And at that point, he was guarding him one-on-one. So Al does everything. He has to be the anchor defensively. When Mobley's on him, he's open for the three offensively and he has to knock those shots in, which he's been doing pretty well. So we put a lot on Al, but he's built for it.
Jrue, satisfying, or even maybe at times more satisfying to win a grimy, ugly game like this with defense?
For sure. Just like this one here said, it's been a while since we had kind of like that grinded out, tough, back and forth, fight it out game. So it felt good to really just get out there and execute and know that any type of game that we play, we can execute and get the win.
This was your first single-digit game of the entire playoff run. How unusual has it been that you haven't really played a close game yet? And then what does it take to stay focused from night to night when you're not in too many close games?
I think it's just the will to win. We know that they're not going to come out and just lay down, so we expected this. We kind of wanted it. You want it and you don't want it, but now that we've been through it, it's a good feeling, like I said, just to grind it out and get a win.
Jrue, you and Derek can do a lot of the same things. How do your games complement each other, and how is it a luxury being able to pick each other up when the other's struggling?
Yeah, it's great. Because I know the first series and the first 2 games of this one, I was struggling, and D. White was balling. I mean, going crazy. So it's really easy to play off of him because I think we both been combo guards for most of our career. We kind of have that feel on when to kind of back off and make plays for other people, and then when to be aggressive. And then we both play pretty good defense. So just all-around players going out there trying to win a game.